What's up, everybody? James Duggan with IGN Access here at E3 2017, joined by John Ryan to talk about Skull and Bones, which I think the immediate thought was like, oh, look, another pirate game. But it's from what we played yesterday, it's pretty dissimilar to Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
At least what we played was a lot more combat focused. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this was very much the multiplayer mode that Black Flag should have had but never got. It's 5v5. You basically are pitted against another crew of pirates, and you're also set to the goal of taking out like a merchant convoy as you go. I mean, it's a lot more tactical, I feel like, than Sea of Thieves might be, because you don't have the option to play as a single person. You literally just control the entire ship.
It's worth saying you don't get out of your ship at any point. Instead, you control a class of ship, and from what we played, there were actually 3 classes. There was like a bruiser, a tank, and then a sniper. Which one did you play?
I played as the sloop of war, which was like the snipery one. I thought about playing as the bruiser because I had that cool ram on the front, but I went with the long range just because I'm a coward. So while my team was sort of skirting between our opponent's ships, I was able to just lay down a lot of cover fire. Unfortunately, I ended up getting sunk eventually, but it worked really well for a little bit.
And there was a respawn timer. This was not a scenario where you lost the ship and it was gone forever, at least in this mode.
Up until the very end.
Right.
So what I liked about this was that it sort of shifted gears towards the end of the mode. Once word gets out that there's a group of pirates duking it out on the high seas, pirate hunters show up and they're like, all right, you gotta get out of here. And so as soon as they show up, you lose the ability to respawn and you have to instead escape. There's a lot of mechanics that you don't see necessarily in other games. You definitely didn't see in Black Flag. Like the ability to sail with the wind as opposed to against it. The reason I got sunk is because I ended up having to turn about facing into the wind. I ended up in a watery grave, and I was really bummed about that.
This PvP mode that we got to play was only one of what is potentially a lot of different modes.
Yeah.
One of which being kind of an open world RPG. Do you have any insight on that?
Like, this was very much a demoable slice of what will be the larger game, which is going to be a big, huge open world Ubisoft social RPG where you can, it sounds like there's going to be solo PvE if you're into that. If you want to sail alone, you can. But you can also join up with friends, create a whole crew of pirates, and basically your own little armada of buddies so that you can explore the world and do like co-op activities or just explore together.
Great. John Ryan, thank you so much for talking us through Skull and Bones. For all things pirate games and E3 2017, you're already in the right place at IGN.